What's this? What do I see here? The Indianapolis Colts, professional football's glue factory? What? This is absurd. They're not a glue factory. What are you saying right now?
To err is human. To do it repeatedly because your team is a poorly run shithole transcends all humanity and turns you into a savant.
They're not.
Savant resides in what we call the Glue Factory, a cold, desolate warehouse located in Indianapolis devoted to killing off whatever hope players and fans may have had. Enter this house at your own peril. Staring into its eye will lead to irreparable injury and being chucked to the side for its next victim. But this is an exaggeration, you say. The Colts won a Super Bowl about a decade ago. Let's put this to rest. They faced Rex Grossman. That dude could have been handed the keys to a Corvette and he still would have overthrown them by 20 yards. The Bears were nothing but defense. They had to do was blow down a straw house and they would have won that game. Have you seen the many countless failures of the Colts with Peyton Manning? How they nearly entire career whilst chucking him under the bus to die on the side of the road. Denver merely picked him up from the rescue shelter and groomed him back to a Super Bowl victory.
That's a complete lie. That's fake news. That's alternate reality thing. I don't know. It's not.
At least. The first stop in the factory tour leads us to head coach Chuck Pagano, a wind-up doll of cliches and bullshit. His ineptitude with game planning and clock management is second to none, and his antics have cost the Colts many a game during his tenure. Heck, let's hear it from the man himself.
I can't compete with that. That's true. He is.
Lack of pressure, you name it. I mean, and credit 49ers and head coach McVay.
They had played the Rams that week. This best describes Pagano's tenure as coach. A random sway of luck or strong play that is immediately bashed with a crowbar by Chuck's meddling hands. He will just wash it over with a generalized trope or rah-rah speech to motivate his men to charge headfirst into cannon fire. Give this man clay and he will mold it into a knife to stab you with. He used this knife to duel with Ryan Grigson, GM extraordinaire. I would say that this hire was a prime example of the Peter principle, but that would mean that he was any good at his former job. No, when Ryan was hired by the Colts, apparently all of the Eagles... He was the equivalent of the guy who was signed meaning because he fucked up, but Indianapolis was sold on the putrid shit he was selling. It's like a lot of scouting in the NFL. He had the look of a GM. Big, imposing, egotistical, could sell a bag of needles to a hemophiliac. When it came to actually doing his job, let me put it to you this way. He thought it was a good idea to trade a first-round pick for Trent Richardson. It doesn't matter that the Browns used that pick to get Johnny Football. He made them look like geniuses. It's what he fancied himself as, after all. A man whom was significantly better than anyone else in the room. When he signs older talent like Andre Johnson or Frank Gore, he sees himself playing six-dimensional chess against peons, developing and signing offensive linemen to protect his star talent, and Andrew Luck, that isn't what great men do. They merely use picks to draft skill positions. In reality, his main claim to fame was bringing about the groan-worthy Deflategate scandal that wouldn't go away. He is the one that ratted about the balls to the NFL, even though it didn't matter since the Colts were completely annihilated in every way possible in the alleged game. Even in an alternate, properly inflated universe, Indianapolis would have still been destroyed by the Patriots. Speaking of destruction, Pagano and Grigson did not see eye to eye on things. They were consistently in a tug-of-war with each other for power and would scheme in Machiavellian ways to get the other fired. This enters our next person of interest, Jim Irsay, one of those beloved legacy owners that hasn't worked a proper day in his life. Easy to say. Irsay is the NFL equivalent of James Dolan. The man is a lethal combination of apathy and blatant ignorance. When the Colts are burning to ash, Jim says let them eat cake. Irsay is a man who likes his rum cake and eats it too. Well, without all of that pesky cake. The man's main strength in this world is his innate abilities of pill-popping and embarrassing DUIs, but at least he's got that killer guitar collection. He's like Sammy Hagar, but without the talent or the dignity. What is Irsay's plan to quell this drama? Choose a side that would involve doing something. Why not give them both extensions after a disappointing year? Cake, they're going for the caviar. Everybody loves everybody, and they're all going to sing Kumbayas while Andrew Luck gets obliterated in the pocket. Defense, nah, they've got Andrew Luck. He is the future. He's going to do so well for us that they play poorly and fail to make the playoffs in the worst division in football for consecutive years. They were beaten out by a team that had no quarterback whatsoever and the essence of mediocrity in the Titans. Most unsurprisingly, the grease fire that is their managerial situation is not solved, and the coach and GM are still at each other's throats. Finally, something is done. Grigson and his arrogance are shown the way out of Lucas Oil Stadium. To say this was a relief is a total understatement. The way to accurately describe his sacking is utter jubilation. Fans, athletes, analysts, even other teams were openly celebrating the demise of this. No longer would he run this organization into the ground. The glue factory has claimed one of their own. Don't worry about him, though. He suffered a ghastlier fate. A sentence worse than the slaughterhouse itself. A vanity job in the factory of sadness. With Grigson finally gone, the mess of the Colts can finally be cleaned. Chris Ballard is hired and is immediately thrown 11 trillion bags of refuse to sift through. They have no defense. The running game consists of a boxer injury away from the slaughterhouse and some cans of silly string. Calling the offensive line pylons would be an insult to the pylon. Their punter, Pat McAfee, just got tired of the shit show and willingly threw himself into the meat grinder for sports, and most importantly, glorified cheerleader Pagano and his staff still remained. Yes, you'd figure that with the he had become, they would just blow everything up. But Irsay, seeing the dry patch in the field swarmed by plagues of locusts, kept him on to coach the Colts. Look at how wonderful they have been this season. If you consider watching a loved one slowly die to be wonderful. I think getting the earth salted by the Rams in the first week was enough of a statement on this season, but that wasn't enough. You had to make yourselves into more of a laughingstock. Vontae Davis, he got himself injured and needs season-ending surgery. Into the wood chipper you go, sir. No insurance payoff for your useless little issue. Get that. Can't cut Pagano, though, because he's too valuable in his uselessness as they blow a bunch of fourth-quarter leads and the O-line shit for the 5th year in a row. God save Andrew Luck. Hopefully he can be salvaged from this wreckage. You killed him. You
Andrew Luck, mom, on when he'll be came refutes claim he's unhappy and Indy. Andrew Luck story they became here. Acts Colts. Linebacker thinks Andrew Luck's NFL career is over despite Jim's comments. This didn't work on Andrew Luck's shoulder. Dang it!
You took the most surefire quarterback prospect this league has seen since Peyton Manning and turned him into RG3. Have you people any sense of decency? I mean, look at how he acts in interviews. Look at his posture, his mannerisms, his way of speaking. You've absolutely destroyed this man. You rattled him so much you've turned him into a vegetable. It's borderline treason the way you've handled Luck since drafting him. Now you've realized the error of your ways and are trying to coddle the shit out of his corpse and keep his charred ashes secure in bubble wrap. Sadly, it will not work. They've officially shut him down for the season, and Luck is so desperate to save his career that he's going to Europe for experimental voodoo procedures to aid his shoulder. Don't tell Irsay that, though. He believes it's all in the mind. Injuries are a figment of the imagination.
So it's the day after I reacted to the video, and I didn't use the clip I made yesterday because I got very triggered, I guess. And I didn't need to be. The video wasn't that all bad. Actually, I am subscribed to the guy. That's how I found out about the video. And if you want to go check it out, his channel is Uriname Tree. Yeah, go. It's the original videos in the description. But I do like his videos. His videos are pretty cool. And I was actually originally going to make a video about how bad the Colts are, actually. But I never got around to it, and I actually did have, I did make a script, too. And I know where that script is, so link in the description. You can go view the script and read it, but don't use it because that's my script. I made that. I'm selfish, and yeah. And that's the end of the video. Follow my social media accounts, link below, or links below. Go subscribe to my other channels. Pranks Team, I do want to make more Pranks Team videos, so in the comments below, share your prank ideas, and I will use them, hopefully. Actually, if anyone submits any prank ideas, I will use them, because if I haven't done them already. So do that, comments below. That's why we have them. And my channel anniversary is coming up soon, so also expect that on December 15th. And I hope you enjoyed. I was using a new camera idea today. I was using a new software to have a face cam, so the face cam and the mic I fixed, which was pretty good. So that's the video. Subscribe, like, do all the stuff I normally say at the end of my videos, and peace. I can't have a video without me throwing something, and that will be throwing is this. Alright, peace out.